Welcome back to another episode of Batter Up with SV. Today is a special day because it's Mother's Day. So today I was thinking, instead of getting my mother flowers or anything, I'm gonna make her macarons because sweets. So let's get on with it. The first step is to sift a 2/3 cup almond flour and 1 1/3 cup powdered sugar. But here's the thing, there's different types of sifters. So I have 3 different types. The first one is this handheld. It's good for like little intricate, like if I was gonna sprinkle on like cocoa powder or powdered sugar onto the top of a dessert, because it doesn't work fast and you can't hold a large amount in and out of time, so you have to go like that. The next one is the shaking one. So inside there's this thing that moves the ingredients, and then you just go like that, but that really hurts your hand. So today, to sift, I'm going to be using this one. So inside there's almost a whisk, and you just stir it, and it works so fast. To sift like 2 cups, it only takes like 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna sift is, here's my almond flour, and I need 2/3 cup. So let's get a 1/3 cup out in this joint right here. 1/3 cup into the thing. Ooh, it's kind of like sand. And then another 1/3 cup into the thing. And now time for powdered sugar. Isn't this so cute? Like I labeled it. It's just like adorable. So we're gonna need 4 1/3 cup. Just pack it in. 1. Ooh, that smells nice. 2. 3. 4. Oops. Yeah, powdered sugar kind of makes a mess. We're just gonna. So now, let me show you how the sifter works. So you lift it above the bowl, okay? And then you just crank. Oh, look at it. It's like snow. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh. And I'll show you once it's all mixed in. Okay, so I sifted everything, and look at how fine it is. The first time that I made this recipe, I did not sift it, and they chunky. So I'm really glad that now I've learned to sift it and follow directions. So here's what it looks like. We're just gonna give it a little stir, but now we're gonna yeeter skeeter out of there. So with our good old standard mixer, we're gonna whip 3 egg whites until frothy. I did these because they need to sit at room temperature, but which attachment to use? So this is a dough hook. We're not using this. This would be good for our pizza dough video. Go check that out. And then this is a batter attachment. This is good for thick batters, like cookie dough. Go check that video out. And then this is the whisk attachment, which would be good for this video. Go check this video out. Just kidding. So we're gonna stick it on, and we're gonna pull down to make sure that it's good and attached. And then we're gonna plug it in with a cord. Oof, and in. So now we're gonna put the egg whites in. Ooh, then we're gonna put this down. And always make sure to lock your standard mixer, or else it'll go everywhere. And we're just gonna put it on a low speed and maybe turn it up to like a 2 to 4 would be good. That looks pretty frothy to me. Let's put up the lid so that way we can see it. Look at that. So now we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of white sugar. So we're gonna pour it into our little measuring cup. Yes, I have multiple pairs of measuring cups because if one's dirty, then we can use another. And then we're gonna make it even by tapping. There we go. And now we're gonna pour it in. And we are going to whip it. You can add it in gradually, but we're not gonna do that because then we're gonna put it on a little bit of a high speed. And they need to go until stiff peaks. Okay, so this is stiff peaks. This is what stiff peaks look like because it flops over just a tiny bit. So you're supposed to tell and see if it's stiff peaks if you flip it over your head and nothing falls onto you. But I just washed my hair yesterday, and so we're gonna scrape it all off the beater because we want as many macarons as possible. They are thick and glossy. Okay, so now we're gonna take it off of the mixer. There we go. I know how to do it, trust me. And then we are going to fold in half of this mixture. So, ooh, that was magical. Very magical. There we go. And now we're gonna stir it up. But you have to be careful because you're just gonna fold it light and gently. Because you don't want the egg whites to deflate, because that's a possibility. And then once this is all incorporated, we're gonna add the rest. Finish incorporating the dry and egg mixture. And we're just gonna scrape down the sides and we're gonna fold. This is what a fold looks like, kids, because not many people know what a fold are. They're like, no, you're gonna fold it, meaning you scrape down the bottom of the edge of the bowl and you bring it up. But now, so this is what I like about macarons. You can color them. So I have some food dye, right? Some food gel, because gel's healthier than food dye. And it's purple because I'm also giving this to my grandmother and her favorite color is purple. So using like a toothpick, I'm using a skewer. You're just gonna put like that much in because it spreads so fast, and you can always add more, but you can't add less. So let's mix it in and see what color it is. And you can also just leave them white, like no hate on that. Unless you can just mix in, not fold, even though we're all experts at folding now that I taught you guys how to do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty, but it's a little streaky. We're gonna fold it that way we get the stuff from under. Oh. And look, it saved my thumb. Hashtag yes. Okay. That looks pretty purple to me. Now it's time for the fun part. We have to put it onto this baking sheet. So I actually have this slip mat that shows me where to put it to give it enough room to rise and spread out. So we're gonna put this on a tray. But first, we need to get into a piping bag. So, pro tip, because I'm a pro, you have to put your icing bag into a cup to get it in. So I'm using a ladle, and we're just gonna oof our batter in. It's gonna come a little slowly, and you're gonna get impatient, but you know what? We vibe in, okay? You can just use any cup for this. Can be glass, can be plastic. I don't really care. Can be ceramic. Just be careful if it's fragile. And we're just gonna put this all in, and oh my god, I just love this color. It's so pretty. Like, your mother's gonna love this. And you don't even need to make this for your mother. You can make this for you or like whoever you want, because this is delicious. And for those that don't like almonds, you can't even taste it. It just gives it like a vanilla taste. That's why you use almond flour, because it helps set it. And if you're allergic to almonds, I'm so sorry. This is not the recipe for you, but you can enjoy the process because it takes a while. So this is probably going to be our longest video yet. So let's just scrape down the inside of the bowl. Okay, so that's about all of it. There's a little on the ladle, so we're gonna scrape it down because the more macarons, the better. This makes about 10 to 12, but I will be doubling the recipe because I want lots of macarons. And you can also just use parchment paper for your slip mat, so that's good. So like anybody can do this. Okay, so then you just peel up the sides. And then, ooh, girl, get down to the tip, girl. So we're gonna twist the top because, yeah. And then we are going to cut off the tip with food scissors. Remember, don't make the tip too big. So now, time for the satisfying part, swirl. Might have to cut a bigger hole, we'll see. It's not coming out very fast, it's bad. We're gonna have to cut a bigger hole, guys, but that's okay. You know, trial and error. It might be a little messy this time since it's at the tip, but there we go. So now let's see if this one's better. Oh, that's like immediately 10 times better. Look at that, guys. See, guys, if I can do this, anyone can do this. Okay, we're just gonna keep putting these on. Okay, guys, so it turns out that we actually have a lot of excess. So that's 20 macarons over there, so that'll make 10. So I'm switching to a sheet. This one does not have stencils, so we're gonna have to eyeball it. I'm just using some parchment paper. I had to cut off the little end, so that's why I got the curly do. So now we're gonna get this out again, and we're just gonna eyeball it. These ones are not gonna be pretty. Okay, so let's just try it. Okay, that looks pretty good. The question is, can we get to the same? It's not bad, but we need to space them out a little more. I just put the scissors on to weigh it down because it was kind of flying up. But the macarons will weigh it down. This looks pretty good. And the thing with macarons is you have to give them time to rise and set. So that will take 30 minutes, but we need a filler for these macarons now, don't we? Hint, hint. So I wonder what we're gonna do. Remember, I'm a chocolate lover. So what do you think we're gonna do? Chocolate ganache. Woo! Okay, so here's the freehand one. They're a little smaller than these ones. These look good. Don't look at these. But that's okay, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to match up. Once they cook, they'll probably change in shape a little bit. So like, let's say there's 2 really small ones, 2 really big ones. We're gonna match them up to make them the best as possible. But now we have to let them set for 30 minutes, but here's the fun part. You have to do that to let it set. So we're just gonna do it like a few times for each. So this helps balance them out, get all the wrinkles out, bubbles. It's time to make that chocolate ganache. So here's a double boiler. That means that there's simmering water on top and then a bowl on the top. Both are stove safe. So first, to make the chocolate ganache, we're gonna pour in half a cup of cream. There we go, very nice, very nice. And then 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. Okay. I don't like coffee. Oh, it smells so bad. But it just enhances chocolate flavor. And then we are going to need chocolate. 8 ounces specifically, but I mean, are we really going to stop with just that much chocolate? So I'm starting with these big chunks of a big chocolate bar that I have. So we're going to put all of this in. And this will need to melt down. Any little chunkies come out. And add more chocolate for once this is melted. Because you want to add in a little bit of chocolate at a time because you do not want it all to burn into crisp. So let's just stir, stir, stir. It's going to take a while. By the way, it's at medium heat right now, the pan. And look at that. It's starting to get like a darker, the cream is starting to turn into a darker color. Except the chocolate needs to melt. And I'll show you when it sits down the big chunks of chocolate. Here's what it looks like. It's really dark, but it's not thick. So we're gonna add in some chocolate chips. But first we need to taste test. Those are good. So we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. Looks pretty good. We'll add more if we need to, and we'll add more cream if we need to. Because let's face it, there's only 3 things in this. But you're not gonna add more coffee because coffee's nasty. So yeah, like it's the chocolate chips melt down a lot easier because they're so much smaller. Like look at that, they're already super gloopy. Oh my god, this looks like a scene out of Willy Wonka. This is like pure imagination. Oh my god, it's starting to get thick, so that's super, super good. Yes, like slay, little chocolate. But we need more chocolate. And again, I mean, I forgot what it tastes like, so we might as well just taste this again. I'm pretty sure there's 12 ounces in a standard bag of chocolate chips, so like 3/4 of that bag should be nice. I have them in this mason jar so that way I don't get a copyright streak. Because that would be bad. I haven't gotten one yet and I want to keep it like that. Anyway, guys, we want it thick because this is what's going to hold the two halves of the macaron together, uniting them, bringing them together. Ooh, girl, she looks nice. And we're just going to put on an oven mitt. Boop, boop, boop. And this looks like velvety. Like, this looks actually insane. But we need more chocolate. Just a little more. There we go. That should be enough chocolate. Because, I mean, like, you can never have too much chocolate, but really, you can never have too much chocolate. Like, words to live by. Whoever said there's such thing as too much chocolate, they're wrong. Get the heck out of here. I don't want to see you. If you are vanilla fan, that's not okay. Chocolate's the best because I say so. And this looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna let it cook at a really low heat because I want it to be nice and velvety. Okay guys, so it's been 30 minutes. We've let our macarons set into the beautiful macarons they're supposed to be. So now I preheated the oven to 350 degrees. I'm using this oven and I have oven lights so we can see. I can turn them on and off. So what we're gonna do is they need to cook for 10 to 12 minutes. But since there's two pans, what's gonna happen is, so one's here for 5.5 minutes, one's here for 5.5 minutes, but then we take it out and then we switch it. Okay, so let's open it up. Don't wanna get copyrighted, so sorry. And then we're gonna put this on the bottom pan because they're smaller. And then this on the up part because they're bigger. And then using our good old tomato timer, we're gonna set to 5.5 minutes. And 5.5 minutes, so it's time to switch the pans. So they're starting to get a feet. Look at it. But they're not done, guys. So. The parchment paper. Okay, so now we're gonna set the tomato timer, for about 5 minutes, 5.5 to 5 minutes. Okay guys, so we let the macarons cool. We have our ganache, so now it's time to assemble. So the macarons are cool. Look at that golden brown, but then they're purple over here. So first, using the trick that we learned earlier, we're going to take a small ladle because we don't need too much in at a time, but we can always refill it. And we're just gonna, we're just gonna kind of scoop it in, la la la. That was luxurious. I taste tested it earlier, and whew, it's so good. It's like 95% chocolate, and that's what I am. Like, I'm a 95% chocolate lover, so.
What's the other 5%?
Scooping it in, and I think that is enough. So we're gonna fold it up, but before we do that, so this is our preparing plate, this is our done plate. So let's find 2 uniform ones. I want to start with one that looks super nice, so let's do these 2. Like, oh my god! Okay, so we're gonna fold up the size of the bag, making them not crinkly. So here's our chocolate ganache, and it's gonna come out fast because this is really liquidy because it's ganache. Buttercream's jealous cousin. That's too thin. So we're gonna cut a little tiny hole with scissors, food grade scissors, of course. And then away from the edge, because it's gonna expand, we're gonna put the ganache. You can be generous, guys. And then we're gonna take top, squeeze it on, making it the perfect macaron. And then we're gonna transfer it to this plate. And cue the time lapse. Okay guys, so I put them on this little tray and look, they look so nice. This one's my favorite, that's why I put it on top. And then these are some of the ones that aren't as pretty, but they're still delicious. But oh my God, they're so cool. Okay, so now it's time for the taste test. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Here, so it looks like 3, 2, 1. That is so good. So when you first bite into it, it's really crunchy, but then it starts to go softer, and then you have this perfect dark chocolate. I could eat like 20 of these. Yeah, just might. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys. Bye.